Alright, in my first video we looked at what a gentleman was, and in this video we're going to look at the differences between a man and a gentleman. So let's go! Number 8, a gentleman listens. Nowadays we talk to people, we have conversations, but sometimes we may not really be hearing what the other person is saying. So next time you're talking to someone, next time you're in conversation, really tune in and listen to the words that are being used, look at the body language, and just pay attention to what the other person is saying. They will pick up on the fact that you're so focused on them. It may help them open up more, and it'll be a hell of a confidence booster for them as well, and they'll just enjoy talking to you and probably start seeking you out more just to have conversations. So, a gentleman listens. Number 7, a gentleman is kind. Now, I believe there is a huge fundamental difference between being nice and being kind. Anyone can be nice. Being nice usually consists of exchanging pleasantries. You know, hey, how you doing? Good morning. You walk outside your front door, the doorman opens the door. Thank you for opening the door. I hope you have a nice day. Some people may not really mean that at all, and I know you've probably heard people at times explain some of their actions to their friends, and their friends say, hey, that was pretty cool. And then their response usually is, I was just being nice. So that being nice, you may not completely mean it at all times, but when you're kind, you're looking out for other people, you're doing nice things for people with no expectation of receiving anything in response. Your elderly neighbor, she may need help taking the trash down to the driveway, or your other neighbors may be too busy and hasn't been able to mow the yard yet. So mowing the yard, helping with the trash, these things are just things that we do to be kind for each other, to be kind to each other, and just help. And you do all these things without an expectation of receiving anything in response. So a gentleman is kind. Number 6, a gentleman is educated. Now, I do not mean that he's got a master's or a bachelor's, PhD, any kind of college degree. What I mean is he waits to open his mouth until he can actually speak eloquently and intelligently about something. Everyone has different life experiences, everyone learns a different way, but a gentleman never really starts speaking until he can actually put something into the conversation without stretching the truth, without trying to fabricate some kind of lie. A lot of times, people nowadays, they insert themselves into conversations just to be part of the conversation, just to hear themselves talk. But a gentleman actually, he focuses on what he's going to say, how he's going to say it, and understands that the last thing you want to be is the person that is talking to someone that is intelligent about a certain topic, and then you're the one that's trying to BS your way through it. So, and a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, most of the times people will respect you more if you actually put thought into your words and wait to put something into a conversation that you actually know what you're talking about. So a gentleman is educated. Number 5, a gentleman is thoughtful. So this one can really encapsulate a few different areas as far as how you can be thoughtful. It can be a handmade gift, a handwritten card. It could be a handmade gift, something that you give to someone for a variety of different reasons. But the thing is that you're showing people that they're on your mind whenever you're not around. I went on vacation a few months ago, and we went to the Disney store, and they have these little Disney mugs from this cartoon, Coco. And it looks like a little skull, and I have a buddy of mine, she absolutely loves skulls. So I picked it up and I bought it for her, and when I brought it back, I gave it to her and she absolutely loved it. So what you're doing is you're showing people, again, whenever you're not around, whenever they're not around, they are on your mind, and that you care about them and the relationship that you guys have together. So gentlemen is thoughtful.
Can't stand another heartbreak.
Number 4, a gentleman is calm. People nowadays are so absorbed in the craziness of their life and all the drama that's going on, they do not need another person coming into their life complaining, whining, griping, and moaning about what's going on in their life. The job of a gentleman is to help brighten up each and every person's day that they come in contact with, and that's friend or foe. Never said the path of a gentleman was going to be an easy one. You know, sometimes the foe aspect is going to cause some trouble with you, but it's just the job of a gentleman. Make everyone comfortable around them, make everyone feel better about themselves, about their day, just doing everything that they can in their power. So next time someone is talking to you, if they're griping and complaining about what's going on in their life, just sit there and listen to them. Let them vent to you. Sometimes people aren't even looking for help or advice. They just need to get things off of their chest. But what you don't need to do is come back and say stuff like, "Whoa, I'm glad I'm not in your shoes. That sucks." You know, just leave that aside and just kind of calm them down and just reassure them that everything that they're going through at this time, this too will pass. Jeez, that starts to sound like Oprah. But a gentleman is calming. Number 3, a gentleman is trustworthy. Nothing feels better in the world than actually having someone that you can rely on, that you can talk to, you can vent to, divulge your deepest, darkest secrets to, and know that when you leave them, they're not going to go off and say you're going to hit the pole. They're not going to go off and say what you just told them. They're not going to divulge your own secrets. So it's a very reassuring thing to have someone like that in your life. And if you don't have something like that in your life, well, one, you need to find better people to hang around. But it's just the world becomes a colder, darker place. So if you have that with someone, that's awesome. But be that for someone as well. If someone comes to you and they start talking to you about their problems or talking to you about anything that's going on in their life, once you leave them, that stays between you and him, you and them. Number two, a gentleman is chivalrous. This is one of the issues that is plaguing our society right now. Is we're not teaching our sons chivalrous behavior, respecting women. We're just, for some reason, we're just not passing these traits down to our kids that were chased down to us. When you walk into a building, open the door for a lady. Not only a lady though, for everyone. Men, women, children, anyone that's coming through that door, hold the door before them. If you come to a seating area, if there's an elderly lady that approaches the area, if there's a pregnant lady or just a lady that has her hands full with children, get off the chair and offer her your seat. If she doesn't want to take your seat, that's fine. But the fact is that you offered your seat to her, and that's really all that counts. So put down, I know everyone is busy with their Facebooks and everyone's busy chatting their snaps and building their apps and making their man buns and all that. Put down the triple soy, non-latte, fat, mochaccino, whatever everyone's ordering now, and respect the people that are, especially those that are close to you. There's absolutely no reason why your girlfriend, your mother, grandmother, aunt, daughter, anyone in your family should be holding open a door if you're there for them, to do it for them. And number 1, a gentleman is still a man, but a good man. Being a man is something that we should all strive to be. It's not toxic to be a man. It's what the world needs. The world needs more ladies as much as it does more men. But as I'm missing a few key components and I have too many other components, I can't really speak on how to be a lady. But a man is something that we should all strive to be. Plain and simple. It's not toxic to be masculine. It's utterly nonsense to even think about that. We've talked about in my other videos what toxic masculinity is. But just being a man, just being masculine, a true man demonstrating true masculine qualities, it's not toxic. A man tries to make his mark, whereas a gentleman tries to leave a mark. And a man accepts a favor, and a gentleman returns the favor. A man gives orders, and a gentleman inspires. A man fits the mold, and a gentleman breaks the mold. There are really so many differences, but it all comes down to this. A man takes the necessary amount of steps, but a gentleman takes that extra step. So in ending this video, I want to congratulate all the men who are taking that first step towards the extra step. See you next week. All right, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for making it this far. Go down below, hit up the comment section. Let me know what you think. There's a fly on my glasses. Let me know what you think separates a man from a gentleman. I know I missed quite a few items, but these are just the 8 items that I think are more relevant to what we're talking about, and some of the key issues that we are not really passing down to people. So let me hear from you guys. Let me see what you think. All right? We'll see you guys next week.